What's up, everyone? Drew, aka Catching Rockets here. I hope y'all had a good day. I think they kind of faked us out right at the open, but I feel like we also kind of talked about this yesterday. I could be wrong, but I was saying to watch for puts here. I was also saying possibly up here. Basically, to me, the spike, no matter where we opened, I wasn't really too worried about it. Kind of figured if we open above, we were going to still be looking for puts in this range here. And that's pretty much exactly what played out. It's pretty... and then, you guys know I always talk about the single prince mid as the area that they generally reverse. And this is pretty to the T. If you miss this, no biggie. I would understand. But then your next entry was... Sorry, where was I seeing this? Maybe I was looking on 30 minutes. But, was I looking on 30 minutes? Because this looks so different. It's like tripping me out. No, I wasn't looking on 30 minutes. Oh, now it looks the same. That's weird. So, as far as the way that I trade, you know, here we broke down. People might have been feeling FOMO and wanting to chase at this point. The next good setup was basically when we tapped the previous week POC here. This would be your next short entry. Basically not knowing, you know, like this is our retest, right? Not knowing that they're going to retest the spike here. I didn't draw this out to see, like, there's a chance that you could have got stopped out on this. Yeah, it's pretty iffy. You might have got this. And then also just depending on how you're trading. Like if you're paying attention to the fact that here we have a strong low, you know, and you're targeting something more like this as your place to close your puts, then you're definitely not getting stopped out on this. You know, just depending on what you're using for risk to reward. If you're using 3-to-1, then yeah, you probably get stopped out, right? Yeah, pretty close. But if you're not using 3-to-1, this should have worked out for you. If you're, you know, not just playing to the level, but actually paying attention to the candles. And then from here, you know, even if you missed this retest or this retest, then your next entry would have also been, you know, the retest of the previous week POC here. And if you miss that, then your next entry is somewhere in here, just depending, you know, on what you consider your range around levels. On SPY, I use about 25 cents on either side. So I probably would have been in on this candle or this candle. And, you know, we kind of chopped sideways, basically got a better retest here and then a nice sell-off. But so those are the only trades that I identified. Again, if you didn't take the initial puts from here. I'll just tell you guys right now, right off the bat, I don't have any option setups for today for anybody that's here, like for that. I didn't... basically days like this where we have like a trend day or extended typical, depending on what you want to consider this, doesn't line up with what I use for Confluence for finding option plays. So I don't have anything today. Let's look at JPM really quick and then we'll chart SPY. I got a weird message on my YouTube where... This is Monday. I don't remember. Okay, so like we opened Sorry, I need to go to a lower time frame so I can see what happened here. So people might have pulled the trigger right off the bat, which totally understandable. Um, Depending on what you were trading, then there's a chance that you got stopped out. Um, let's see. So like if you were just playing the day trade, then pretty sure you definitely should have been stopped out. It was, let's see. Oops. I don't even know why you're drawing this. Like 100% you got stopped out. Like no way you would have been in this trade, or you shouldn't have been. If you were looking for the swing trade, then you shouldn't have got stopped, and you should be solid. You know, even if we're using 2.5, like risk to reward, you're still very much in this trade, and really good, really good move for one day, considering I was saying to get contracts 2 weeks out. We almost did the full move in one day, which is pretty wild. But yeah, somebody messaged me on YouTube and said something like your call put option didn't work. It's the feedback is just, it's incredible. Like, thank you so much. I don't even know what to say. Like, so I replied, like, are you talking about JPM? Because I'm not even sure what we're talking about at this moment. And I'm not trying to insult anybody. But, oh, and I also replied to them, like, I wouldn't expect to, you know, be correct all the time. And if that's what you're looking for, you're definitely watching the wrong video, because I am not 100% win rate trader. If you find one, they're lying to you. So, yeah. But maybe go and watch the people with the 100% win rate and follow their trades. Yeah. Well, I'm not trying to go there, Raul. I mean, I feel bad, like, especially, and again, it depends on what you were taking. If you were literally doing the day trade, then yeah, you got stopped out. If you were looking for the full move and you took contracts 2 weeks out and you closed on this pullback, right now, like, you're pretty sad. Even though we've pulled back to here, you're still pretty bummed out because this trade is working out very well. Like I said, I mean, you could have closed this, in one day and still been happy with the return that you got on this. But so yeah, I'm not trying to put anybody down. I'm just, I'm actually still kind of confused about the message. But it is what it is. Trade's looking good. I would expect them to hit here probably tomorrow. We'll have to see what happens. Let's go back to SPY. Just going to start erasing stuff that we don't need. Technically, these single prints I just erased are not cleaned up, but they are cleaned up enough for me. If you want to keep them on your chart, feel free. And so today we did something pretty huge, which is we broke that level that bulls need to defend. Let me try to zoom in a little bit more because these levels are overlapping. Oh, I can clean this up too. I love getting rid of single prints. Like, it makes me so happy. But so our level here that we had identified 585.20 as the level that bulls needed to hold, and today we lost it, like, more than we had lost it previously. Like, previous days we peaked below it and then regained it, peaked below it and regained it. Today we really sliced through it like with momentum and did not regain it. Um, if we look at our big picture here, let me erase all of these drawings as we don't need them. Sorry, let me just get this level. So this is where we're at. And now with this having happened, it makes this start to look doable. I would kind of expect something to this effect. But this is kind of what I'll be watching for now. A retest of that level, that 585.20, would be good for us. Let me just read through the chat really quick. What's up, Raul? What's up, David Ryan? What's up, Sleazy? What's up, Banner? What's up, Robin Hood? What's up, Rathana? What's up, Brents? What's up, Kathy? Public question. I don't use Fidelity. But you definitely would want, like wherever you're trading, you want to read their rules. A lot of them have, like rules like they'll liquidate positions at a certain time. So you want to be aware of what time that is. But if you're not happy with them as a broker, then I would change brokers. Plain and simple, quick and easy. Most of the brokers, if you have over a certain dollar amount, they'll waive the transfer fees. So you can just transfer directly from one broker to another, or you could just close your Fidelity account, have them mail you a check, and then deposit it into whatever broker you want to switch to. Yeah, Raul, that's true. Like, really, like, I feel bad for the person. Like, it was a weird conversation, and to expect, like, me to always be right is just kind of weird. Can I help you unmute? You're unmuted. If you can in the future, though, just type in the main chat. The text chat in the voice room is always just like weird and awkward for me to get to. I don't like it. Yeah, so that's done. Let's see.
Rockets, I got a question.
Yeah, what's up?
So, what makes you think we're gonna go down like that if we're still trading inside of a range?
No, we're breaking the bottom of the range. If you saw Shorty talk about this, like basically this is two separate kind of ranges that we have here. And okay, depending on, like this is opinion, right? So
yeah.
You have to figure out what you think the range is. Like, I'm not including this little piece at the top here because I don't really think that's part of the range. And I could even probably go, like a little bit lower even. And so it's an art. Like, you're not, me and Shorty won't have the exact same levels. You and I shouldn't have the exact same levels. You're just trying to figure out, what you think the range is. And for me, where we've really been trading is where I have this red box drawn. Yeah. Right? Like we've peeked out of it, peeked out of it. Here, like it almost looked like we might lose it, and then we went all the way to the far side, and then trading back in here again, peaked above, lost it. I've shown this before. I'll show it again because this is the best example I can show for this. Let me just remove these drawings. If you go to Amazon and go to a monthly chart, you'll see like the biggest consolidation I think the world has ever seen. That could be an exaggeration, but it's pretty massive. And then so if we draw something like this roughly, right? And then if we use like our date range, this we were trading in this range for 639 days. And, here we broke the top, here we broke the top, and then here we broke down below, broke down below, broke down below, finally lost it. Like if you were trying to trade these breaks, you probably would have got stopped out.
Yeah.
And then when you're trading a range like this, it's going to be a measured move. Oops. So basically, if you lose the bottom, then you should go, if you copy the exact same box, you should go to the far side of that box. Or if you break the top and take the box and put it on the top, then when you break above, you should go to the top of this box. If I delete this now, or actually, let me put that back so that we have like our price target. Basically, let me just draw a line. This here is roughly your price target based on the measured move of that box. Hopefully you're seeing this right away without me saying it, because this is what you should be trading. When we lost here, again, lost, regained, finally lost, actually hit the price target, came back up, retested, and then this was your clean trade, right, on the retest.
I gotcha. Yep.
And so, again, like you could say, like you could draw this box and be like, oh no, the top is here and the bottom's here. And I can't argue with you. That's what you're seeing, right?
Yeah.
And then if you do this, like, I guess the real question is if that was what you thought it was, would it have worked out? And, you could argue it's pretty spot on, right? Like,
Yeah.
So again, it's an art. I wouldn't expect you to have the same levels as me. I definitely don't expect to have the same levels as you. I don't expect to have the same levels as Shorty. And
There's no cookie cutter way
exactly
about it.
So
Yeah,
I've just grabbed the range that I think, is like, oh, excuse me, sorry, is the top and the bottom of this range that we're trading in. And then when Shorty draws it, like on ES, he actually separated these into two different areas that we've been either distributing from, or I don't know why I can't think.
Selling?
I'm sorry?
Selling from?
I can't hear you. I don't know why.
I said either distributing or selling from. I think you said.
Accumulation or distribution.
Yeah.
Those are the words I was looking for. But yeah, same thing. Either buying or selling is what we're looking for, right?
I got you. So yeah, once you break out of, like, from the basic understanding is once you break out of a range, now you're looking for the retest of that, because like the bottom of that now becomes the support, or is it the resistance? I can never know what they're talking about, but
well, so
basically
support is always going to be at the bottom, right? So like
yeah,
if we were to yeah, so if we lose the bottom,
yeah,
like you want to figure out like your next support level basically, and I would argue probably somewhere right around there. If you break above, then you're looking for like your next resistance level, right? Or sorry, when you break below this, I think your question was, when we come back and retest this, yes, this would be resistance.
gotcha.
And then we're playing down to support down below. If we break above, this becomes support, right?
And then, but the 80% rule will come into play if it came back inside of value, correct? And it would, that's 80% rule?
Well, if we're using value areas, yeah.
Okay, I got you. That only applies to value areas.
Yeah, but I mean, you
Okay.
could make one, right? So you can play 80% rule on anything. You can play it on, um, what's it called? You can play it off of your daily levels. You can play it off your weekly levels, monthly levels, yearly levels, or you could even just draw, a fixed range volume profile. And now this is your value area of that consolidation,
I got you. Yeah.
right? And so if we broke back inside, we would be looking for them to go to the far side, right?
And you could literally just draw that volume profile anywhere and then use it as an 80% rule.
You can, but really, we just do daily, weekly, monthly,
I got you.
yearly. Yeah.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Another question. Let's see. Actually, let me answer Sleazy really quick. I think Intel's close. Oh, why? Oh, I'm looking on the wrong chart. Okay, let's go here. I'm like, why are my drawings gone? I didn't delete my drawings. So you can see this was like my sell zone, and we did break above it pretty good. And I know up here, Shorty, I think he has like 20,000 shares. So he started selling covered calls. So he's made bank even as we're selling off here. This would not be a terrible spot to start dollar cost averaging in, if we hadn't lost it, right? Because like we can see here, we broke above, came back and retested, and we sent it from there. So like if we're above 2290, I would say like, grab some shares. But as long as we're below it, I would really be looking at this zone. And then obviously the lower the better. But between 2221 and 1925 is where I would be looking to buy on Intel. Okay. Hey, what's up, Corey? What's up, Jack? What's up, Oliver? How you doing? No trades today, Oliver? Do I think 520 is possible for SPY? I think way lower is possible for SPY. I don't think people are being realistic about SPY right now and, what the market's doing. We've been calling, I guess, actually, let me go to this chart. If you've been following me for a while, like this range here, we, and when I say we, it's like me and Shorty, have been calling out swing trades on puts on SPY. I'm pretty sure we caught this one here. I know we caught this sell-off here. We bought puts on Friday and held them over the weekend, and Monday, like, we sold off pretty good. I don't know how many other ones we've caught, but we've been calling out short or puts over and over and over in this range. And as you can see, like every time we come up to here, we sell off, come up to here, sell off, come up to here, sell off. I don't know. If you just look around, like the economy is not good, right? Like no matter what Trump is saying, I think like when I say this, like I'm not the most knowledgeable person when it comes to things like the world economy and things like that. I've never like really taken like finance courses in college or whatever. I kind of wish I did, because when people like Shorty talk about he's a finance major, when he talks about stuff like, I wish I had a better understanding of the things that he's talking about. Like he'll look at earnings reports and he understands what all the acronyms are and stuff, and like I don't understand any of that stuff, and I wish I did. I do, plan on learning all of it one day. It just hasn't been one of like my primary focuses as of yet. But so I mean, I guess the best question to ask yourself is, and this would only apply to people that are like in the same kind of field. Like if you graduated high school 10 years ago and since then you finished college and gotten a, like a career, this question wouldn't really apply to you. But for people, that have been in the same kind of career for the last like 5 or 10 years, if you ask yourself this question, do you feel like you have more money today, or do you feel like you had more money 5 or 10 years ago? I'm pretty sure most people would say 5 or 10 years ago they felt like they had more money, like their dollar went further. Right now, like even just going to the grocery store for me is ridiculous. Like I'll buy stuff to like cook 2 dinners and I'm spending $150. Like it's just insane. And then you look at the bigger picture, like you look at the national credit card debt is at an all-time high. And not only is the credit card debt at an all-time high, the defaults on credit card debts are at an all-time high. Defaults on car loans are at an all-time high. The national debt is at an all-time high. I mean, just everything negative is at the top and everything good is at the bottom, basically. Hey, what's up, Nora? How you doing? Yeah, exactly, David. So, people see this, and again, I'm just going to switch charts just so there's not all the drawings. But, if you look at this, like, we've been doing pretty damn good as far as the stock market's concerned since COVID, right? But this, like a lot of this is going to be like retail, driving things up. And especially now, like with Trump, we have this president that's making it sound like, everything's amazing. They're finding money, like Doge is finding money, and they're going to send out $5,000 checks for like a refund or whatever. I don't even know what it is. I don't follow the news too much, but we're going to impose all these tariffs on other countries. If you look at countries that have like, big tariffs, they typically like their goods are way more expensive, like not affordable. Because what happens, like if I tell Germany like, oh, we're going to impose XYZ tariff on you, then the companies producing things in Germany just go, okay, if we're selling this in America, we need to raise our prices to make up for the difference of the tariff, right? So just as an example, like you as a person, if you're manufacturing something that costs $1 to make and you normally sell it for 10, and now the US is opposing, like a $9 tariff on you, you're not going to sell it for $10 still, you're going to sell it for 19. You need to make up that loss. You can't operate at a loss, right? As a business, you need to be net profitable. And you're not going to, just be like, oh, okay, fine. Charge me extra money for manufacturing outside of the US and we'll just take the hit. Don't worry about it. No, they're going to increase the price of what they're selling. Maybe they sell less units in the US, but if they're importing stuff here, I'm sure they're importing stuff to other parts of the country. I mean, other parts of the world. And then also whatever sales they're doing in their own countries. But they're not going to sell it at a loss because we're imposing tariffs on them, right? It doesn't work. And I was talking with my mom and my dad about this actually, and they're both, pretty business savvy people. And they were saying they think that Trump is just like, trying to scare countries or whatever, like, and hoping that he doesn't actually have to go through with imposing, major tariffs and stuff. But it was a pretty long conversation, so I'm not going to get into it too much, but very interesting nonetheless. But stuff like that just doesn't work. It's not going to fix our economy, and our economy right now is shit. I mean, yeah, they've been, they've been removing a lot of positions in government or whatever. I think FBI and definitely the IRS. I don't know who else, but I know they've been getting rid of a lot of positions. But then also, that creates unemployment, right? So unemployment is just going to add to our deficit or add to our inflation, right? Um, the more unemployment we have, the more inflation's going to go up. So all of that stuff. I'm realizing. Oh, and then the one thing I didn't cover. Sorry, I know I'm kind of jumping around here, but we basically tapped the monthly second sig, and that's where we bounced from. I need to chart up SPY really quick because, unfortunately, with this cold and flu season that's going around, work has been insane. The what's it called? So they were short staffed tonight, so I picked up a fifth 12-hour shift in a row, which is kind of rough. But I guess I'll be happy when I get my paycheck. As far as when to switch contracts, I'll share this link again. But so what you do is from this link, you look at the volume on the S&P 500. And right now, the March contracts have almost 30,000 and the June contracts have 133. When these numbers are the same is when you generally start looking to switch. And I think I said it wrong, actually. Yesterday, we were talking about this. It's generally like the second Tuesday of the month is when you'll see these numbers switch to where you want to start trading June contracts. Okay? Let's chart up SPY really quick because I have to end this video in about 20 minutes at the most so that I can get ready for work tomorrow or tonight. Oh, and also, if you got any of you guys are feeling rich, send me money. I'm getting a new AC unit and a new furnace, a new water heater, getting the inside of my house painted, buying some gun parts. I don't know what else I'm doing, but my bank account doesn't like me right now, basically. So if you have, just whatever, thousands of dollars laying around that you don't need or whatever, feel free to send it over to me. I'll make good use of it, I promise. So there's our previous day levels for today. And then from there, TPO. And then we'll just kind of look at what we think they might do tomorrow. Wow, we even have a spike today? Crazy. Oh, but if you don't have a ton of extra money laying around, don't worry. I'll be okay. I'll figure it out. I have a lottery ticket for tomorrow, and I'm planning on becoming a millionaire.
I was actually going to ask you the same thing, so.
What's up? To send you money if I have extra money?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, I'm married, and so, extra money does not exist in my house.
If you hit the lotto, I just need like 20,000.
I got you, bro. No worries.
All right,
But if I got you, then that means I need money right now, so you got to get me first.
Yeah, like a $50 advance. I got you.
Damn, Oliver. I thought we were friends. 30% interest? Dude, I'll just go get a credit card, bro. What the hell, man? Like, he was just literally in the chat the other day, like, oh, I made a friend, blah, blah, blah. What the fuck kind of a friend is that? So I'm going to put these levels a little bit apart, but basically our spike is literally the previous day value area low. So 579.91. I'm going to put mine a little bit below just so you guys can see it. But yeah, it's right there. All right, so typical. Um, this is a tiny spike, so um, hey, oh, I hate it when they do that. Why is that a thing? All right. So we have a really wide value area on SPY. Just so you know, if tomorrow, for whatever reason, we spend 45 minutes outside, come back inside, do not expect them to go to the previous day value area high. When you have a large range like this, it generally won't play out in one day. So, just a heads up. If you were trying to play the 80% rule, you can swing trade it. But don't expect it to play out in one day, just an FYI. But that's not even where my mindset is. So kind of still feeling the same as I was yesterday, where, opening above the spike base should be bullish. I would actually like to see a retest of this to play down. Our November value area low has been a pretty key level as far as support and resistance. So if by some chance they give this to us, watch for puts as well. So for me, losing, the spike alone, I wouldn't be super bearish until we break below our monthly second sig. Um, and then this is pretty sketchy, but if they give this to us, um, you can watch for calls. Just be aware, like, they could reverse right from the previous day POC or the October POC, right? So we can watch for calls here if they give this to us. If the Bears really are in control, like we talked about up here, Bulls needed to hold this level below. I get bearish. Tomorrow, if we lose the monthly second sig, I would expect them to come to here, and there I'd be looking to close. But if if the Bears really are in control, this is doable. Tomorrow, I don't think it's doable tomorrow, but in the next few days, this is possible. Okay. If this happened tomorrow, I think it would be pretty bad. Yeah, like 1.35% loss on the day. I guess it is doable in one day, but yeah, I don't think it'll be good if it does happen. Let me just put this in the chat really quick because I forgot to do it yesterday. Okay. Let me just see if anybody has any questions. There's always the chance that they give us a little bounce tomorrow, but we are at a pretty important level where they need to get back inside that whatever it is, 585 and 20 cents. Volume today was decent, or actually, it's really good volume today on a big selling candle. And then the last thing I want to look at is just our news. There is not very much going on. This, right at the end of the day, and then the rest is going to be futures overnight session. Okay, so no major news events tomorrow. I don't see any questions, but let's see. Oh, thanks, Marcos. Hey, what's up as well, Marcos? Stop working so much. Yeah. Oh, and also, by the way, hi, Robert. It's been a while, bro. Money's good, right? Hey, Lisa, how you doing? I love it, Lisa. The difference between oxygenation and ventilation. That's killer. Love it. Runts. So what you're saying, if you have, whatever, let's just say you have a company in China, right? Where, and not that I think this is a great thing, but in China, they can pay people almost nothing. They don't have good working conditions. They don't have certain laws they have to follow. And they can manufacture things extremely inexpensively. And so do you think some Chinese company is going to be you know what, we're doing great manufacturing things here, but let me just close my warehouse or whatever and go and open one in the United States so that I get tax breaks in the U.S., but you're a Chinese citizen. So you're not paying taxes in the U.S. anyway. And that way I don't have to worry about the U.S. tariffs. So it doesn't make sense. It would make sense for American companies, but most things, are not manufactured in the U.S. And even for a U.S. company, you're going to have a huge expense going from manufacturing whatever you're manufacturing overseas and then opening up a warehouse here and starting manufacturing here, you have like that a huge initial startup cost, and then also whatever, your labor is going to be more expensive, your parts are going to be more expensive. Like, I don't think the incentives would outweigh the negatives, but I could be wrong. I'm not a business person, but so that's just my opinion. Why not? Yeah, no, I don't use Apex. Nothing against Apex. I use Top Step with Quantower. If Apex offered free Quantower, I would use Apex over Top Step, but that's just a personal preference thing. How many hours do I sleep during these long days? It really just depends. Anywhere from like, I would say I average probably about 6 hours of sleep, but I can also take naps at work, so it's not a big deal. I can't say that I'm guaranteed that I'm going to get a nap, but most nights I'm able to take one. I do not have an affiliate link for AMP. And I mean, I appreciate that you're asking, probably because you want to use the affiliate link, but I'm not too worried about stuff like that. Just go, sign up for the account, and get to trading and making money. I don't have a Top Step affiliate link. I have Apex, and that's pretty much it. Yeah. All right. Well, time for me to dip out, everybody. I got to go hop in the shower and get ready for work. Oh, Jay, I'm a respiratory therapist. So, and if you don't know what that is, basically, like, the short, sweet, easy answer to that is, if you're having trouble breathing, then I'll help you so that you're not having trouble breathing, hopefully. And if you're not breathing, then I'm going to breathe for you. So that's basically what I do. With that said, much love, much respect to everybody. As always, big thanks to all the subscribers. Extra big thanks to the friends of the stream. And if you're new, I would appreciate a sub. We basically 5 days a week go over what we're looking at for SPY for the next day. And then some days we'll cover option setups that we're looking for the next day. And then a few times a month we do classes teaching how to trade. And generally during these lives as well, I kind of go over setups or whatever else. And we'll talk about different trading things and just kind of answer questions and, stuff like that. My favorite broker, I don't really know how to answer that. Like, for my long-term portfolio, I use Charles Schwab. For day trading, I use Top Step with Quantower. So, and then Top Step is a prop firm, so I'm not trading with my own money. If I was trading with my own money, I would probably go with AMP futures and Quantower. Okay. All right. Much love, much respect, everybody. Peace out, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Oh.